Hi everyone, Renegade67 here with part 43 of Let's Play Ghost Trick. I think I might be able to finish the game in this session, so let's see if I can. Yeah, it's not far now. Try to move forward. Ouch. You're in such pain, aren't you? Careful with Camilla though. Look up there, if I can just make it to that door. We can escape. Now how in the world am I gonna get up there? Don't yell at me. If you wanna yell, you can yell at me. Missile? How can I yell at you when you're so sweet about it? You are yelling at him though, about being sweet about it. I think you just let's look for something to pull Mistlin up with. Yeah, something to whisk Mistlin up and glide her ever so gently to the top with. Hey, are you being sarcastic? Yes. Yes, it's quite funny, isn't it? Where's Sissel? Yeah, here we go. Sissel, you're moving on up, buddy. You got gloves, you got a thing, you got a thing, you got a thing, you got a door, which we cannot open, I believe. I believe we already tried that. I'm pretty sure we have to move this. Down they go! Alright, now this is what I'm talking about. Raise away! Look at you and your... well, you know. Alright, trick. Water's coming up pretty fast. If we can't get this door open, we're kind of screwed. But since this is a video game, we have to win. We're not screwed. Spoilers! Sorry, I can't do it. Open it. Hurry. Is there any way to ask for something? Didn't we already try? I thought we can open it. Well, maybe if we're both going on the same time, we can. Well, I guess we're gonna have to try. Come on. Water's rising. It's no use. What? Can't budge it. Must be stuck. Oh no. Oh jeez. We can't be screwed. It's a video game. In video games you always win, right? If you get a game over, you can start over, right? What? I'm not gonna voice that because I'd give away who it is. I wonder who that is. Well, there's only about 2 people we know of it could be. Well, whoever it was has better tricks than us. What just happened? I can't believe my eyes. Then the little lady suddenly vanished, leaving only darkness and seawater. This submarine continues to sink down to the deep, deep sea, but I still want to try and make my way up as far as possible. I still want to head up to find a single ray of light. Gee, I wonder what that means. Light to illuminate the truth at the bottom of the deep, deep darkness. I think they made that a little too obvious with what they just said. Or maybe they didn't. Yeah, let's keep going. Oh jeez, we got less than an hour left. The upended submarine continues to sink, slowly but surely, a long, long journey to the bottom of the sea. When the little lady found the darkness and the salt water closing in on them, but at the very last second, something saved them. Now it looks down at them quietly. My head is filled with one giant question. What in the world is this thing? Eek! Who is it, you wonder? Well, does that give you an idea? I see you managed to survive, Detective. Hey, you're... That's right. The game actually did throw me for one. I was sure that was Ray when I saw the little Ray of Light speech, but it actually is Evil Sissel. Huh. Anyways, or as you could call him now, Robot Sissel. Ha! Excuse my appearance. I seem to have lost my body. Oh, and you there. What? You're the ghost who's been saving Lynn all evening, aren't you? You knew about me all along? Of course. What else would explain all those unnatural things happening? If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all this time? And how come you decided to save us all of a sudden? I thought you wanted to get revenge on us. He's got a very good reason. A reason we won't find out for... Well, it's the end of the game pretty much, but till like later in the end of the game. But anyways, I don't really know. Please, you gotta tell me. I need to know. Who in the world are you? Ah, noticed him in a spirit flame mode? Well, if I could bring up my diary, I would. But basically, Sissel has basically accepted that he's not Sissel. And he doesn't want to take that form anymore. He's going to keep the sunglasses just in case we run into any more dead bodies, but... yeah. Sissel, look at you, what happened? I can't hold on to that image of myself any longer. You can't remember who you are? That's right. Came all this way tonight, trying to chase down my lost memory. For quite a bit of tonight, I thought it was you, Sissel. Sissel? My name isn't Sissel. That was your alias, though. Bet you'll remember really soon. And he just pretty much figured it out. He already knows who we are. But we still don't. Who you are, and who I am, too. What? The man in front of me is not me. I'm even further away from the truth. Or maybe not. Something is stirring in my mind. A memory about to emerge. Do I know this man? Now that I've shed my image of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth. They got us good. It's all over for this submarine. Its engine room is destroyed. There's a hole in the hull and it's sinking as we speak. What are you doing here? I thought you had to deal with those people. They betrayed me. I was a fool to trust them. They already have what they want now. Temsic fragment. I didn't know they had all figured out. You mean they figured out the source of your powers? Yeah, the meteorite's radiation has two effects on living creatures. It gives power and time. If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more. Well, we got all the time in the world now that we're trapped in this submarine. Radiation's power effect. Chatting it up with the villain. These 10 years, I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research. I think I've kind of got some of it figured out. Ooh, blueness, I love it. The meteorite's radiation gives special powers, like possessing and manipulating objects, and swapping them. Yep. Exactly. Apparently, there are individual differences in the powers we get. And it seems these powers change as time goes by. They do? Yeah, my powers have changed over these past 10 years. At first, I could only manipulate small living creatures. Later on, he learned to get bigger creatures, including humans, and he could even manipulate objects. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, don't you disappear at dawn. For those wondering that, and we're gonna go crazy if they don't find out the real reason soon, I'll give them a fake reason for now. Because the Temzik fragment was stuck in his body for these past 10 years, it like slowed time down. And it's basically like, even though he was a spirit, his body wasn't really dead. It was, but it wasn't, you know. Because of that, his spirit never actually passed on. I guess you could say that. That's not the actual reason, but you'll see what it is soon enough. Now then, how do you suppose we got these powers? It's simple. It is? How then? In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite. It's radiation. That's what does it? Dying will be exposed to the radiation? On that day 10 years ago, a fragment of that meteorite pierced my heart, and I died. So of course, I received special powers. Hey, wait a minute. Is that how I got my powers too? You know, you might be right. Badoosh! Do a doggy roll. Aren't the Temzik remnants still right there in that park at the bottom of the crater? You're right. So that must mean I must have died in the presence of the meteorite's radiation too. Yep. Radiation's time effect. Another effect the meteorite's radiation has on me is that it gives us time. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of death, but it's not all that clear. So the fact that I can return to formless before a person's death is another effect of that meteorite. One of the characteristics of that meteorite is the ability to replay the moment of death. Replay the moment of death? Guess he can do it too. This is also strange and confusing. I can't take it all in. Makes about as much sense as anything to me. Yeah, strange and confusing. That just about sums up the object that pierced my body that day. Next to that meteorite fragment, my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? Contradictory existence. That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside of me, the fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. You could say, in a way, it was replaying the moment of the death, and constantly, you know, anyways. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between the moments that separated my life and death. What? My body's vital functions stopped 10 years ago, but my body's time is perpetually stopped at the moment just before death. Time just stopped, huh? But now the fragment's gone. What does that mean? So I just simply existed. Not really alive, not really dead. That pretty much sums up these last 10 years for me, ever since that incident in the park. Sucks to be you and Cyrus too. Okay, my body hasn't aged a day. My hair hasn't grown an inch. I'm kind of a robot. I didn't think of it. That old pigeon guy mentioned something. He said he couldn't cut the guy's body with a scalpel. So I guess as soon as an incision was made, his body would be regenerated. Wow. Never grew old, and never, well, some people might say that's good, others, I guess not so much. Not when you're, accused of, a crime, and because of a certain detective's foolishness, everyone thinks you did it, and because of that, you got pushed into a corner, and, well, yeah, you were pretty wanted and you had to stay in the dark because everyone knew what you looked like at the time, and you probably lost a lot of loved ones you might have had, so you can probably see where this guy is coming from, being kind of pissed. Anyways, before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to get revenge on people who stole our lives. As part of the deal, I made those guys promise to cooperate. Notice he said R. That's a slip of the tongue, but I'm not going to say what that means just yet. Cooperate? You mean the kidnapping? It all went fine. I manipulated the Justice Minister and made him issue the execution order. But I thought he might call off the execution at the last second. So that's why he wanted his daughter kidnapped. Well, I think that's enough snazzy information for now. For now, this has been Renegade67 with part 43 of Let's Play Ghost Trick. Till next time, I still don't have an outro phrase. Blah 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 talking.